agree.
Cody. Who's going to introduce us?
Hello and welcome to BlackwaterDnD, where we all know how to juggle. And you can't prove otherwise. We're gonna, that's
because we don't do it on. We don't ever do it on camera.
Legally, we're not allowed to. It's against
Our lawyer said no. We fall apart when Sean is not here to do the intro.
That was a perfect intro.
It was delightful. You did so good. As you will see, sweet Sean Deppner is not with us tonight. He is out doing fun family things. So we wish him all the love, and we cannot wait till he is back with us next week. But for now, here we are. Also, I want to shout out something sweet before I get into some bigger heavy stuff. Happy anniversary, Tim.
Thanks
for playing D&D with me on our anniversary.
Happy anniversary, you too.
We're in different places right now too.
Yeah, not together for our anniversary. It's great. Tim and I have been married for 6 years. It's 6 years. 6 years together. It's great. Okay, so I'm gonna dive in. I got a metric fuck ton of announcements tonight, and it's a big long list. So I'm gonna go through them as fast as I can. I'm gonna try and speak as fast as I can and breathe through it. Okay, here we go. Our biggest announcement that was released in Discord earlier this week was that in a few weeks' time, we will be moving our main campaign to Monday nights. Our goal here at Blackwater has always been to create a wonderful table environment that works for all of us so we can play awesome D&D and bring that good content to you. And a huge bonus of that has been sharing it with this wonderful community. When we started this thing, we were like in the beginning of the pandemic when our schedules were open and flexible, which meant that we could craft our schedules around playing D&D together in this channel to keep us all fucking sane during the midst of a pandemic. However, as things open up here in our lives and returning to some semblance of normality with work and all that kind of good stuff, that means we have to adjust accordingly. So our goal is to keep playing together, to keep doing this fun thing, which means that when we need to make adjustments, we do. So for the good of our cast and the good of our table, and we hope that you can come along on the ride with us. So that being said, in 2 weeks' time, starting on July 11th of this year, we will be moving main campaign to Monday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This will be ongoing for the duration of campaign 1, as far as we know. This is to ensure that we can all make it to the table each week and preserve the beauty of doing it live, which we all love. We thought about pre-recording and we were like, no, let's try and keep doing it live. So we're going to aim for Monday nights as of this point. This is super exciting for us because it opens us up to a bunch of new people who may not have ever come see us play because we don't normally play on Monday nights, as well as allowing our cast a bit of availability to have some weekend flexibility, which is very nice. For all of us. In addition, in place of the main campaign on Saturdays, our world building streams have now a more permanent home with weekly world building with me, joined by occasionally Tim when he has the time, and maybe some other folks as well if they would like to jump in as well. So our schedule should be coming up in the Nightbot prompts, but I'll run over it. So tonight we have our main campaign. Next Wednesday, the Rage Saga finally premieres. We are so excited to bring it in. Well, I'll talk about that in a moment.
I also have a title for it.
Oh, I'm very excited. We will get to that at the end of announcements. July 2nd is episode 100. And it is also fitting that it is our last Saturday that we will be playing. We're going to be, episode 100 here. We're all going to bring, I don't know if anyone saw this in the group chat, but I'm announcing it now. We're all bringing 100 of something. So that is your challenge, everyone, is to bring 100 of something to celebrate 100 episodes. There's stuff going on in our Discord about 100 episodes. Teeny has taken command of that. So if you want to check it out, go get involved in our Discord. Then Saturday, July 9th will be world building. And then Monday, July 11th will be our first episode of main campaign starting from there. And we will go on Mondays and the rest of our summer schedule continues as normal. We will keep you updated across socials, primarily Twitter and Discord, and keep you up to date with scheduling and announcements every week, as I always do off the top of the show. Okay, which is really exciting. Now I'm going to move into something a bit more serious. The world is on fire. The world is on fucking fire at the moment. It's been a very steady fire that has been increasing and is now a roaring inferno. Blackwater stands very firmly, staunchly and loudly in support of reproductive rights for all birthing people, regardless of race, gender, age, background, and circumstance. Bans must be kept off of our bodies. I encourage you to go support your local branch of the Abortion Fund or Planned Parenthood. We're also going to be doing a very big charity stream on July 13th in a bunch with partnership with some other TTRPG streams here that we know on Twitch. We're going to get something called a stream train going. So basically what happens is one channel starts playing and then they're raid into the next one. They keep playing, keep donating, can raid into the next one. And we're going to try and do, I think we're aiming for like 15 hours of streams going one after the other. And we will be in our normal 8 p.m. spot with people both before and after us. So more details will be coming. It is all emerging within the last 24 hours. I have been furiously planning with all of the folks that I know within this community space. Keep yourselves involved and informed to whatever capacity you can. And we really hope that you can come join us on July 13th. Okay, that's that announcement. And now we moved into our normal announcements. A big thank you to our sponsors, Legend Crafting, Nerdy Woodworking Company from Calgary. Check them out on If Anything Tickles Your Fancy. Enter the code Blackwater at checkout for a discount. We're also proud to be sponsored by Sirenscape because epic games require epic sound. We have one amazing partner in Legend Keeper. This is an ultimate world building tool created by DMs for DMs. You can create comprehensive atlases and wikis, and there is no limits on storage and creation with a beautiful and easy to use interface. It's a group of creators in both Canada and the US, and they're constantly upgrading and rolling out new features. Type exclamation Legend Keeper in the chat for more info. Love as always to our dice goddess and our artist, Keisha and Tiana. You can find them both on Instagram. The stuff is in the chat. Tiana's commissions are open to continue fixing her computer and all of her technological stuff. So please go support her. We have merch. We have a Discord. We have YouTube. All of those links will be in the chat. Go follow us on YouTube, buy some merch, and come hang out in our Discord. Discord's a wonderful place. And I have a special announcement from one of our Discord mods, Ferrix. We'll be running a community one-shot next Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find all the details in our Discord under the community one-shots channel. It was a smashing success last time. So if you're looking for a drop-in session with some of the folks who are regulars in our chat as well as in our Discord, this is definitely a great place to start. A big thank you to all of you who subscribe to us. Don't forget to re-up your subscriptions as they don't roll over every month. I have seen some people resubscribing. Thank you so much for those. We love it. We're also just really thankful to have you here week after week, telling your friends about the show and showing up to come hang out with us. It's a delightful time. Before I jump into our programming this week, Len, what are you up to on your channel?
Tomorrow it's looking like I'm going to be playing some of The Forest with Lexi and Bree and Icky. So terrifying game. I do a lot of screaming. It's horrific. And then I'll probably go into some Subnautica or Fortnite because I started trying to learn Fortnite on Thursday. So we'll see. Sweet. And then I'm live Tuesday, Thursday for just a regular vibe.
Just vibing. If you don't follow Len, go do that and go hang out on their channel on those wonderful days. Adam, are you streaming this week?
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for on Monday, the tattoo tournament will be happening. We're going to be determining whether or not I'm getting Cody's name tattooed permanently upon my butt. So come, it's 7 p.m. on Monday, turn up and see one way or the other whether or not Cody's name is permanently attached to my
Adam,
forearm.
how do we add to this competition where I'm the one who does the tattooing?
I'm sorry, how do we help Cody win? Sorry.
Yeah, can I help Cody win?
You send me videos that you think will make Adam laugh.
Okay.
True. There is a part of it where it's you laugh, you lose. That's one of the competitions. It's a 7-round tournament.
Jeez.
So the best of 7 wins. I like this offer, Yanis, and we'll figure it's going to happen in August. It's going to happen when Cody's in town. So when Cody is in town, the tattoo happens, regardless win or lose. I'd
love to be the one who does the tattoo.
Do you have any capacity to do a tattoo?
I do.
No.
I know how to stick and poke.
In any case, come hang out on Adam's channel to talk more about that. It's going to be friggin' delightful.
And if you a kind of retroactive plug, if you missed the Pants on Fire premiere on Friday, it was a lot of fun. It went really well. It was really, really cool. The YouTube video of it is going to also be up on Monday. So at the end of the tournament, instead of doing a raid, I am going to send all of my viewers to the YouTube video to go check it out right at the end of the the Twitch stream. So come, so you get a double duty. If you haven't seen Friday and you're excited for Monday, come hang out, and then I'll be premiering the YouTube video on Monday.
What a treat. What an absolute treat. Sweet. Okay. And Cody, our amazing producer, also streams. You can go check out their channel, Cody VM, which is also shouted out in the chat, or will be. Programming for us this week on Wednesday. We are finally premiering the Rage Saga. Adam is in the DM seat with myself as Jersey, Cody as Oleander, and Eric coming to join us as Veal the Young, where we are 3 Minotaur barbarians, literally just trying to get one job done. Adam, what is the title of this week's?
Well, it's going to be the arc. This is going to be a short arc of Raging Bulls. I've decided that, for the longevity of the kind of series, that we can do multiple of these. And this is going to be Raging Bulls Hell Ragers. We find ourselves in hell. There's going to be many adventures, and I think it's going to be this is an M question, 4 to 5 episode arc, I think. Was the 4 episode arc taking place in hell raging away, and we'll see where they end up after that. Those 4 episodes might be another one further down the track.
I love that. What a treat. I'm so excited to bring back my sweet little Jersey. She's just so fun. We are then back on Saturday for episode 100 of our main campaign. This is bonkers that we have been doing this now for 99 episodes, and to do this next week for episode 100. There's gonna be some fun stuff we're planning.
Funny story. I said to Vanessa, my wife, I said, can you believe we've been doing this for 100 episodes? It's been just over 2 years. I can't believe it. She just deadpanned, I can. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's been noticed that I've been away every Saturday night. Cool. Message received.
We love you, Vanessa. Thank you for lending us your husband every Saturday.
Thank you, Shadow Tiger, for the YouTube shout out. Yeah, yes. You can find the previous Raging Bulls episodes on YouTube, along with everything we've done. Hundreds of hours of content.
It's almost at 1,750 hours of content on there.
Sorry, thousands of hours of content. Jesus.
We've just been trucking along. So lastly, whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely. And thank you for hanging out with us at our table. We hope you feel super welcome here and safe to join us all the time. Cody, roll the friggin' clip. Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
I was so ready for him to do a joke.
Yeah,
he psychs us out every week.
I almost yelled penis right before, and then I realized I was waiting for Cody's joke.
We did it.
Yeah,
take it away, Tim.
All right. So for those of you just joining us tonight, last week, Blackwater returned from the plane of water to Wolfreen, where they met the emissaries of the Dawn, a council of representatives of the major Dawn pantheon deities, to plead their case of convincing the gods to allow the primordial titans to return to the material plane once more. As they concluded their meeting, there was an air of hope, which was interrupted by Callie's mother, Callista, informing them of an impending incursion into Ceva Aelyria. They were teleported into the city where Serpentis and Magron had installed a prototype amplifier to use the Crystal Hollow to supercharge the Hallow spell, closing the incoming rifts. They formed a defensive perimeter to stop the denizens of the negative energy plane from destroying the amplifier. And after a long battle, they managed to dispatch the powerful creatures as Nepenthe lay on the ground, nearly dead, with the Matron of Vengeance standing just beyond the opening of the large rift in the center of the city. Callie, as you're standing next to her, you watch the Matron's form just beyond the rift. You watch her raise up her hand up against the edge of the rift and push through. You see her skeletal-like hand emerge from the rift. You can see it almost being annihilated by the material plane around it. You can see just tiny flecks, almost like dust and energy just ripping off of her hand as she pushes forward. You see a beam of black energy form at the end of her finger.
Counterspell.
It is not a spell.
Damn it.
And she is too far away from where you are. As you watch, she pushes it out farther, and the beam coalesces and shoots out towards you, Callie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Callie. Oh, no.
As you are standing there, you watch as the beam passes over your shoulder. You feel the force energy push against you, almost tearing apart your armor. You watch as it continues moving towards Kale, standing just behind you. Kale, it passes just by your cheek. You feel the kind of tearing and ripping of the energy as you back away. And you watch it continue into the crystal hollow towards Magrin. As she stands with her hands up, attempting to finish the Hallow spell. You watch as you turn to look, this black beam almost hitting her as a radiant purple light blasts out from the crystal hollow.
Jesus Christ.
And you see this light taking form. Aelyrians standing shoulder to shoulder, blocking the beam. And you watch as the purple sphere around her starts expanding out and out from the crystal hollow, pushing the beam back. And you can see the mass amounts of force just pushing against this dome, being pushed back as it's getting wider and wider, as this huge crystal dome emanates out of the crystal hollow. As it expands beyond the doors, you feel yourself enveloped by it, as it envelops Kale and Finin and Callie and Nepentha, as it pushes farther and farther, and you can see the small rifts in the air disappearing as it explodes out. You watch as the black beam fades, as the matron pulls her hand back, and the rift is sealed.
Shit.
Are we out of initiative?
You're out of initiative.
As soon as we were watching that, I just reach over to Neppy and I'm going to heal her for 85 hit points.
Okay. Thank you. Holy shit.
Did we do it? Or was that?
I'm going to crush a piece of Saracite and burn my 7th level spell slot to add to the crystal, basically just trying to add whatever energy I can to.
It is, you watch as it disperses out, you see there is a form that rises up above the city as the dome turns into almost a 2-headed dragon-like figure. Its wings kind of rest around the entire cavern as it slowly fades into the crystal in the roof and the ceiling, and all around there's this purple glow that emanates out of all of the crystals. You see Magrin is lying on the ground.
I would go over and
I stand up and I grab Callie's hand and we start running back to the rest of them. And Letters follows us, of course.
As you get over to Magrin, you can see she's kind of lying almost face down, somewhat on her side.
Is she breathing?
I go to her and I move her. I gently turn her over. Is she alive?
As you roll her over, you can feel she's quite hot. Her whole body is quite warm. And you can see there is a smile on her face. She is breathing. And you can see the symbol of Seer on her chest is glowing with a beautiful, warm orange glow.
You've made her proud.
I think it worked.
I think it did, yes. Are you all right?
For now, but we have to build the amplifier.
Yes.
I'm nearly done the Dawn Prism. I have to go back to the forge.
Yes, of course. And we will begin construction on the ziggurat to your specifications.
She kind of like sits up. Have you picked a spot to build it?
I believe we talked about Svelin. If that's correct. Seems fitting.
Given the deals that we made in the water plane, we might need to move that.
My thought was that once it has happened, that land would likely be reclaimed by the Aleutians. So to keep it, to have it as a bastion point of one of the Titans seems fitting to me.
Also, I think we're going to want to do it somewhere where there's not a lot of chance for collateral damage, and there's
nothing left in Savannah.
not
anyway.
much left there.
You're not wrong.
We will make preparations, Matron. Thank you for your service and everything you do. Thank you.
Of course. You see Serpentis appears at the end of that hallway, kind of running in to the Crystal Hollow, and you can see she's flanked by two others, an elven woman who does not look Illyrian. You can see she has kind of pointed ears. She's not very tall. And you can see as well, there's another elven man, quite elegantly armored. And you can see he's got a rapier at his side. He's quite striking. Also does not look, he looks somewhat Illyrian. He does have purple eyes as he kind of comes closer. You can see they're both somewhat wounded as well as Serpentis, but they are intact.
Is everyone okay?
Yes, we were defending the tower. We did take some casualties throughout the city, but most of the citizens who were not able to fight, we got them into the caves. So I believe they're all right.
If there is anything, if my healing aid or rights are needed, please let me know. Direct me where to go.
I think we'll be all right. We have a number of healers through the city. Thank you. Magrin and I should return to the forge.
Yes. Do you need transport or?
I will take her there, and then I will head to the construction site to oversee the construction of the amplifier.
Good. Yes. That's good. You have both done so much when you didn't have to.
Yes. Well, there is a lot at stake, so it's beyond just your responsibility. We all must do our part.
Of course.
I'm forgive me. This is Drusilla and Harkness. They were just visiting at an inopportune time.
Do I get any weird? Do I get that? Like, do I feel that at all? Do I feel that I'm bonded with Drew?
And Callie, you can make one at advantage.
Also, Callie knows Harkness, like for sure knows Harkness.
Yeah, because with
Ingril. Yeah. That's not even. Okay. It's gonna be a 24 for my history check.
History?
Yeah.
That's a 20, not natural.
Okay. Callie, because you know Harkness, you know of him, and you kind of put it together as soon as you see him, that kind of like striking figure, and you'd recognize those cheekbones
anywhere.
That's a Volari. And the name Drusilla you have heard.
Yeah, I was
that was the one thing remember.
I was just told about, I forget my ex's name, help me.
Ingril.
Ingril literally just told me about Harkness and Drew.
Yeah.
Would I remember Harkness? Because I think I've met him before, right?
You would, you were younger when you met him, but it wasn't that long ago. But not that you interacted with him a lot. He was kind of like his reputation was very much of a like he was a bit of a cad, kind of like bit of a party boy, but rolled with very, like within the kind of high society.
And they've just been introduced to like us, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think Allie would have should be like Harkness.
Sorry, I have we met?
We have Ingrel.
Oh, you know my sister
Pretty well.
We are not on the best of terms right now, so I hope that doesn't affect.
Do they look like beat up at all? Like, do they look like they got involved in the situation?
Yeah, they definitely were fighting. They both have blood and dry blood and stuff like that, and damage on their clothing and armor.
And Drew, I remember from Adonis, right?
Mm-hmm. That's just the name. Just the name.
Yeah.
And for you, Nepenthe, something is tickling the back of your brain. You're like, I know that name.
I feel like Callie would look at Drew and be like, "You're real."
Yes.
Sorry, I told Neppy about it, right? My dream that I had.
I think so.
I think so. Callie would turn to Neppy and be like, "This is Drew, who I was talking about from the dream. The dream I had."
Oh, this is your Drew. Yes, I have a feeling. I know we haven't met before, but I feel like we have.
She kind of extends her hand out to shake your hand.
Oh shit!
I shake her hand.
You feel there's like a slight, it's a singularity, and that's it. That's it. We didn't get to 100.
We didn't get to 100.
That's it.
You feel just as you take her hand, it disappears fairly quickly, but you notice there's like a slight vibration, and then it as you try to like focus on it, you can't feel it anymore.
I'll step forward and be like, my name is Finin Boreal, not knowing any of the, like having no context as to like what's going on there. And my name is Finin Boreal. I'm the speaker of Unity.
Yes, like I've heard of your exploits.
Well, it seems that some thanks are in order. Thank you for helping to defend the city.
Of course, I will admit it wasn't our intention when we came to visit, but when we answered the call, I suppose.
I appreciate that. We all do.
Yes.
Must have been for a reason. You were brought here. And I would like it's almost like I'm lingering. Like I feel that feeling at Drew's hand, and I just like clasp her hand and pat it softly, and then like let it go.
We'll be around in the city if you need anything.
Of course. That would be lovely. Perhaps tea later.
What brought you originally to Ceva Aelyria, if you don't mind me asking?
Drusilla here came into possession of an Aelyrian artifact some time ago. Skyship.
Fascinating.
Yes. And my family has always traced its roots back to the Illyrians, but we believe them to all have been destroyed. So when I got word of this place, we decided that we had to come here.
Well, it is fortuitous that you are here then.
Indeed.
I just had an idea for a future problem, but that's
future problem.
Well, we'll need to traverse the astral planes at some point, and the magics of Aelyria are strong, so it's a thought experiment at best.
We'll be here for some time, but if we aren't here, we'll likely be in Portly Barham.
Would I know where that is?
Yeah, you guys traveled through Portly Barham, I believe.
We did. We stopped at Portly Baron very briefly on our way up to Garyang, right? And saw Drew's statue in the city. That's where I've seen you. That must be where I've seen you.
You literally put it together in that moment.
Your statue in Portly Baron.
Oh, yes.
No. Obviously, you've done good work, so.
Drew, do you still have this artifact?
The skyship?
Yeah.
Yes, we keep it docked at our keep. Right. If you were in Portly Baron, I would love to show you.
I was just thinking about maybe the artificers and wizards of Ceva Aelyria might be able to figure out the way they worked originally and could benefit the world greatly to re-find that knowledge.
Perhaps we'll speak with Serpenthus about this. You can see Serpenthus is like, as soon as Skyship, she's been very interested. Yes, I will be speaking to them about that. But right now we have more pressing issues.
Yes, of
Magrin
course.
and I must go. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
You have nothing to apologize for. You are a wonder, Serpenthus, and we are grateful for you in every capacity.
Goodbye. She kind of looks, as she throws a look at letters, kind of nods her head and takes Magrin.
Oh, guts me every time. I ship it so hard and it will never be.
So as you stand in Ceva Aelyria, you can see in the city there is already, they're kind of gathering the wounded. They're gathering the wounded kind of all in the center of the city to be sort of triaged and treated. It seems like the main focus was where you guys were, but there were other creatures that came through as well that they were having to deal with. But for the most part, it seems like the casualties were not terribly high. You guys were there right at the beginning as the rifts opened, so it wasn't like in Svelin where it had already started to happen. You guys were kind of right on top of it, so you were able to kind of minimize the damage done.
Is there, so I know we got Cordelia. Did she dissolve into ash, or is there anything of her left? Any parts of her armor or anything like that?
No. When you destroyed her, you watched as her form kind of like crumpled in on itself, and essentially a rift opened, and like her dissolving body fell into the rift.
Shit. That might not be the last we see of Cordelia. If any part of her comes through that rift, the matron may remake her.
I don't think that is the last we'll see of her. Not till the matron herself is gone.
Yes. So, what is our course of action now? We should rest here briefly in the city, if we can, and then move back to Wolfreen and start the...
Well, did we... I don't know. Magrin didn't say how long until it was ready. Do we have a couple days?
I think so. Kokanee briefed me that it will take about a week to finish the ziggurat.
So we have a week to make plans.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And they have builders who are ready to be transported to Svelin and work around the clock to get it done. So.
What are we building there?
The ziggurat, which the Dawn Prism will sit atop of and allow for to my understanding, I have very limited knowledge of only small essence of what the Dawn Prism actually can do, but to have it so that the Titans may funnel their magic and energy into the Dawn Prism, and the ziggurat will amplify it and allow it to seal the planes. But from my understanding as well, it will require at least 3 of us to give parts of our gods who have offered it from the Dawn Pantheon to make it stick, from my understanding. Please, Tim, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
It's more, that is for locking the matron away.
Right, yes.
Like reinforcing the plane, like the material plane, to keep the negative energy plane from those incursions. That's the Titans. The like locking away the matron to make sure that she cannot leave the negative energy plane, that has to do with your gods.
Right. So I explained that. So a two-pronged approach, in essence, which we have a week to enact and prepare for.
And the ziggurat, is that a very specific structure that needs to be built?
Yes. I'm assuming Magret and Serpenthus in the hubbub have left us with plans for it.
No, Serpenthus has the plans because she's going to come oversee the construction. It's based on, you had found in their archives like an Aelyrian ziggurat essentially that had been used in a similar way many years ago.
Finin would be like, because my memory is terrible, but Finin like knows all of this stuff, would be chiming in at any point.
You guys would likely have a copy of it.
Could I take a look? I'm just curious what this ziggurat
Finin
looks
made
like.
minor illusions of the ziggurat because he looked at the thing. He'd be making a basically a diorama for everyone to look at, like cross sections and stuff.
Yeah, it's essentially a four-sided pyramid. That comes to, instead of coming to a point, it comes to kind of there's like a flat top that has 4 pillars that kind of rise up. And then from there are 4 arms essentially that kind of come out and hold the dawn prism. And like the Aelyrian design had the stairs that kind of go up the side of the pyramid went all the way up, because the way that they had to design theirs was that folks were actually giving their life essence to power this crystal, like a piece of sericite. Whereas this, because it's designed with the Titans in mind, it's been modified slightly so that each of those arms essentially has like a platform for not the full Titan to stand on, but that like a platform for each Titan
to
kind of funnel their energy into.
Okay.
And how large are we speaking?
It's probably about like the base of, it's fairly large. Like it's like the base of this whole thing is probably would be, the size of probably be about 80 feet by 80 feet, like as a square base. So 80 by 80.
Big.
Yeah.
Right. Well, do we rest here the night, or do we have the magic to get us home tonight?
I don't have any. I say that, but let me
actually.
Let me double check letters.
Yeah, letters might, because he just used tensors.
It's true.
He did just use tenses.
If not,
I can get us home.
All right. I can also take us back to Karenin if needed. But if you can take us right to the keep, that saves us an hour and a half walk.
I can upcast teleport, right? It doesn't show up on the upcast thing, but
yeah, you can upcast any spell. Yeah. It just doesn't do an additional effect.
Okay.
No, 7th level spell slot is filled in for because Crown of Stars.
Tensors, but
Crown of Stars, then Tensors. Yeah,
right.
I can take a
6 and up is all gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
because he mind blanks. He did Crown of Stars and he teleported us in. Oh yeah, he teleported us in.
Right.
Letters. What a guy.
I can take us home.
All right. Kelly, is there anything that you need in the city before we go?
No.
I'm gonna walk up to Chard, and I know this isn't technically. I think if you allow it, this is not technically a thing, but I'm just gonna put my hands on his shoulders and then just sort of like reabsorb him, not to get anything, but I don't
want to go.
Oh, that was really dark, Kale. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh no, I feel him.
Yeah,
no, he's cool.
All right. Well, there is.
I don't feel so good.
I said, shut up,
Mr. Salat.
I said, shut up,
Mr. Salat.
I pull out the little the thing from like the Da Vinci Code, and I start whipping myself. What?
No. So we. Finin.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need here?
Actually, not for this problem.
Actually, we also need to go get Kleck.
We do, yeah.
If before we do anything with the Titans, we should go get Kleck. So for us to do that, we should go home, rest. I will send to him. We will not interrupt him at all, and then we will come. We'll pop up, pop down. It'll be very quick.
I also like. Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, but the building of the ziggurat, we're not going to be laying the brick and mortar of this ziggurat.
No.
Right?
Kokanee is taken the he's the kind of like he's taken that on. He's got a contingent of builders from Caradoc that include a lot of it are Warforged.
Like Warforged,
that essentially can work around the clock. Like the idea is that they will work around the clock for 7 days to get it done.
So what's the plan for the next week?
We rest up, we get the supplies that we need.
I think, this is a week where we take the time we need to be the best, our best selves on the day of importance.
I think I know what we'll call her. If we need to, I don't know if she needs to be present for us to banish her, but I'm willing to do it. I'd grab the amulet on my hip. I'm tied my death shadow, the raven skull on my hip. I know which necklace, which amulet.
Got so much jewelry.
There's 70 of them.
No.
I could smash it.
No.
I could smash it. My sense is she would feel it. And
I don't think we have to worry about her showing up if we start firing up a dawn prism.
Yeah.
It is my plan to smash it anyway.
Do we need to call her at all, though?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it, like, best case scenario, which I doubt is going to happen, but best case scenario,
she doesn't show up at all.
Sitting at home, sipping tea, being like, I can't wait to plan my revenge. The spell goes off without a hitch. And she's like, oh, the door is locked. Like that to me is kind of the best case scenario where she just we slip it under the rug and she just doesn't really see it coming. But
I think
feeling
Neppy
like
wants to take care of her.
Pardon? Can you say that again?
I said I feel like Neppy wants to take care of her once and for all.
To kill her?
I could never be so bold as to assume I could kill a god.
I think sealing is our best bet.
Banishing. Yes. I will spend time this week. Kelly, I'm likely going to have to teach you how to engage in power word banish. I'm going to have to teach you how to do that.
Okay.
So when the time comes. I was taught it, Velvari, the knowledge keeper taught it.
Okay.
What level spell is it?
Oh, it's it's a spell that takes all of your magic after 3rd level. At least 2 spell slots that you have to have open. Otherwise, it's 10d10. It's 10d10 hit points.
I have. Yeah, I can do that.
It's almost ironic that we'll be locking her in a prison of her own design. Well, somewhat of her own making. I'm sure she's forged the plane of negative energy to reflect her in her time there.
She didn't choose to end up there, but I agree. She has probably made it her home. Yes. Well, let's go home. I would like to sleep in a bed that is mine. For at least the next week.
To Clack or to home?
Home first, because I cannot get
first.
us back from the Sigil.
Fair enough.
And I would like to spend the minimum amount of time in Sigil as possible, so we don't get arrested. So,
Is that a concern?
yes.
Right.
We made quite
We make friends everywhere we go.
We do. We make friends everywhere. Yes, it was a very loud crashing through of Sigil, but we all right. Shall we?
So you're heading to Blackwater
Fine.
Keep or Karenin
Well,
Estate?
Kale's leading it. So where are you taking us, Kale?
I'll take us to the Blackwater Keep.
All right.
Put your hands up. We have to hold hands. Actually, we don't, but we do anyway.
You don't, but you do.
We do anyway. Yes, we hold hands.
As you all teleport back to Blackwater Keep.
Right. Well, Neppy looks down at just like her her robes are absolutely like so wrecked, and she's covered in blood, most of it being her own. I am going to go find my husband. I am going to go update him on the plans, and then I'm going to bed to sleep. I don't even care what time it is. I need to rest.
Callie, can I come with you to see your wife? I have a favor to ask her.
Yeah.
It is kind of later in the afternoon. You're getting close to kind of dinner time, evening. But Nepenthe, you go and find Kokanee. He's still...
As I'm walking up the stairs, I just go, Finin, find me later. Something to ask you.
Yep.
And Finin and Callie, you head over to the Gatestone Keep, where you find Kamea is there, just finishing up with the council meeting as usual, and heading to get some food. As she sees both of you. Go back.
Yes.
Finin will hold back a little bit to give
she literally
like an air
grabs
of privacy.
Callie, and then she reaches out and grabs you and pulls you into her hug too.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's weird. I met you all in your home. Do you remember that? I don't know why that occurred to me. But
I do, Finin.
Yeah. Do you want to talk over food? You look famished.
Yes, of course. And she takes you into one of the dining rooms near her chambers, and food gets brought in, and you all kind of start to share a meal together.
Sorry, I don't really know how to start this because I haven't really thought about it. There's been a lot going on, but it occurs to me that the Aganis house has a long and proud history of service to Wolfreen and its people. And to have that sullied by the actions of one coward doesn't sit well with me. And I don't know what I want to ask. But for a time in the height of my anger, I forsook the name Aganis. And while it still doesn't feel entirely right to go by that name, I have memories of my grandfather and what a kind man he was. And I'm sure there were bad Aganises, and I'm sure there were great Aganises, but I shouldn't let the actions of one fool dictate the future of that name. Remind me, Tim, the nobility within Wolfreen, that is like inherited, correct?
Yes, generally speaking, yeah. It's not even like there are like kind of noble houses. They're generally the older, kind of wealthier houses.
Old wealth, yeah.
Yeah, it's like there is kind of a court, but they're usually vying for positions on the council. Yeah. That's kind of like what their aim is.
I mean, it's still to be seen the fate of my father, but the burden of Aganis, or the house of Aganis, would fall to me upon his disgrace. Again, I feel like I came here being like, I'm going to ask for something, but I guess I'm just saying that I'm willing to take that on. Because I don't think the Aganis name should fall to ruin because of my father's acts. My mother, by marriage, was an Aganis, and she was stolen from us. And I think it would be unfair to every Aganis that once lived to have the final memory of that name be the actions of a cad.
I agree. She kind of reaches out her hands and offers to take yours.
Put my hand in, and I'll grab Callie's hand and pull them in as well.
Finin, you have served this city more than most, many times over. When it comes to giving back, if you would like to restore honor to your family name, I want you to know that even though you have changed your last name, many still know that you are an Aganis. It is not forgotten. And the things that you have done cannot be taken away by your father. He will be forgotten. And if you wish to honor your mother, I am happy to find a way to do that with you, whether it is to name something after her.
I think I've thought of something in this moment.
Hmm.
And Tim, remind me, because my memory is terrible. What is my mother's name?
No, I have to look it up now.
Oh no, I'll look it up as well. It might be in my notes. Oh shit.
He sent it to me a long time ago.
So long ago. It's not come up in such a long time.
What's my mother's name?
What's my mum's name?
Welcome to this episode where we say, what's my ex's name and
Hey,
what's
what?
my mom's name?
Shit, there's so much.
So much backstory
So
that
much
we all
stuff.
write up.
I have such a large Google Doc. I don't even know if I mentioned it in the backstory that I wrote.
I've never heard you talk about your mother's last name.
I do
Never.
remember, because Danon, and then shit, it's not in the backstory. I do remember saying it.
Yeah. You might not have written it down. You might have only said it.
I might just need to make a new one. Like,
I can go deep dive in the notes, but not right now.
Her name was this, but everybody called her this.
I'm gonna say we're just gonna call her Aedra, which means light in Gaelic, because all of Finin's families. I've thought of something. There's the Aganis estate is quite large, and is of no use to me. Even if I didn't already have a place in the keep, I would be wandering too much if we weren't so busy. If we could make the Aedra Aganis school for gifted youths and stray dogs.
Yes, I was going.
Yeah. No,
was
I'm gonna
looking
sort
for
that
the
out.
right
Listen, when
time.
I've got time, I'm gonna sort
Yes,
that out.
yeah.
I promise you.
You are on the hook for that.
I did make a problem, and
Mhm.
I do
Yes,
have
you
a
did get
pet.
back to me.
I do have a pet mimic, and I don't know if that helps the problem or hinders it. But I'm like working on things. But yeah, I think my mom always wanted me to strive for the stars. And there's a lot of kids, and I'll look in Kamea's eyes, because I know it's not something that like Kamea actively ignores, but it is like I feel like Croden's Cross is one of those things that the like politics of the city people just try not to talk about too much. I found myself in Croden's Cross, and there is a lot of kids there that could do wonders for the city and don't have the opportunity to, given the strange twist of fate that there was their birth. So training all kinds, be it arcane, divine, or martial.
I think that's
be
a
a hub.
wonderful idea.
A thing for the future. I don't know why it occurred to me right now, but we have downtime, and it's so fucking rare. So I thought I'd take an opportunity to put a worm in your ear, so to speak.
I will put it to the council, and perhaps at some point we can arrange a meeting with you and some of the council members.
I would greatly
things
appreciate
underway.
I spent like all of my money on a mimic, but I'm sure there'll be money in the future. The
You are
job that I do
gifting
is
your estate. I think. We can
true.
come up
I
with
do.
less.
Oh yeah, technically I own that land now. Oh, that's
Yes.
weird. Yeah.
I think,
Right.
and as will take an interest in this, as well as General Solgar.
I would also, and I know this might make it a little harder for the council, but I'd want it for everyone.
Of course.
The world, not for the benefit of everyone.
Of course. Then I think perhaps Andaz and Nissa might be the ones. Yes.
Thank you, Kamea, and thank you, Callie. It's always nice to have you around.
Thank you for joining us for dinner.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You've not
Please,
seen your wife in a
eat.
long time.
No,
Finin,
no, you're not allowed to leave. As your queen, I'm commanding you to stay here with us to eat.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You know,
and I
Callie
specifically
always comes to
pluralize
visit.
it.
The rest of you only come and visit when you need something from me. So,
well, technically, I got drinks with Fuck, I'm so bad with names.
never.
Nissa. I got drinks with not Nissa.
Never.
I got drinks with Neva, and you and Callie just weren't around. We were on a double date. It could have been a triple. Just saying.
Well, I mean, she
It
had
was
been
pretty-
gone for quite some time, so. But
Never did some crazy shit, I'll tell you.
what Never gets up to on her own
Oh,
time
well.
is none of my business. Please enjoy.
Yeah.
She kind of pours a drink for everyone.
I'll like shoulder
Takes
bump
your hand,
Callie.
Callie.
I'll shoulder bump Callie because I'm just sitting next to her.
Callie, she kind of turns to you.
Mhm.
Also, well, we're on the subject of animals.
Oh, yeah.
The saber-toothed tiger
Mm-hmm.
still stalking the holes. I don't know if you have any plans for what do you want to do with that. Jar has become quite attached. Now, the tiger does sleep in her room now. I spoke with it and made sure that it understood the rules, and I trust that it will be fine. But yes, I'm not sure how to handle this one.
If I do have plans with it, it's not yet. Not quite yet.
All right. Well, it's very quickly becoming Jar's tiger and not your tiger, so just be aware of that.
Yes, that's okay. I think. Can we let her have a tiger?
No, but she
Oh.
has one, so we may have to make the best of it. Can't really take an animal away once you've given it to
No,
them.
you can't really. Yes,
I wasn't-
Finin.
Callie. What if you talk to the tigers and then I get some druids to talk to the dogs, and then we teach the dogs that the tiger is the alpha, and then we create the canine defense force of Wolfreen, and they like work together to keep the streets safe.
I like this better than feeding the dogs to the mimic, but that's just.
I wasn't going to
I
feed the dogs
also
to the
like
mimic. I was
that
going to try to
better than
train the dogs to accept the mimic as their alpha.
It sounded like you were going to feed
It
the dogs to
sounded
the
like- yeah.
mimic.
I thought about maybe feeding some dogs to the mimic, and I felt bad about it, but like, needs must.
Yeah, I will have to figure out the tiger, but not yet.
She doesn't pose any threat, which is nice, and she is quite sweet.
She is pretty nice.
But she does get hungry. The kitchens are having a hard time keeping up, but that's fine.
Well, we have the dogs.
Finin bursts out laughing because it's exactly what he thought.
Oh my! All right. Well,
Fuck you, Callie. You stole those words from my mouth.
she just laughs as you three enjoy your dinner together. Kale, is there anything you'd like to do while you're in Wolfreen?
Kale would head to bed pretty early because Kale's got something he wants to do early in the morning.
Okay. You see Letters heads down to the dojo, and he's already kind of taking his clothes off as he's going down.
I have some stuff to do in the morning as well, but nothing. Okay. There is no plans this evening. The Lightkeeper's door is shut, and that's it.
So you all at some point find your way to rest. And you all start to rise about the same time. You all feel the morning sun streaming in on your face. Even Finin, who's not here at the moment, in his pitch black room, as he begins to wake, it's as if he feels the sun. Now he's back. As I was saying, Adam, before you left, you all find your way to slumber, and in the morning, you all wake feeling the sun on your face. There is that warmth, and you can see as you open your eyes that kind of bright light. As you all wake, you are standing in a beautiful field of golden wheat that extends your entire field of view. And the sun is bright and hot.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes, you all get a long rest.
Hell yeah.
You see, as you're all standing there, you see you're all kind of spread out, but you're all there, including Clack.
Is Kamea?
Kamea's not there.
I know I've done some dream-based pranks in the past. This is not me, I promise.
I take my holy symbol and I slice it against my hand. Do I bleed?
You go to grab your holy symbol and you don't have it. None of you have your weapons, your holy symbols.
I try to
my
summon.
sending stone?
You don't have it.
I try to summon my sword and spear.
Nothing happens.
How far apart are we from each other?
You're all kind of between 10 and 15 feet.
What's the mood? Do I feel threatened? Do I feel peaceful?
You vibe checking?
Make an insight check.
Just sort of.
Can I move closer to the Neppy wherever she is?
I would move into the center and try and get myself very close to my party. Letters is there. Black is there.
Everyone.
Is Kokanee
I try to
there?
find.
Kokanee is not there. No.
19.
I try to find a sharp rock.
19. Actually, no. Kokanee is there. Kokanee is there. Okay. You see him kind of run over. 19.
Yeah.
You feel very much at peace.
I don't like this.
And you feel that warmth of the sun, and it is quite bright as your eyes kind of adjust. You see another figure walking towards you.
I bite my lip with my fang. Do I bleed?
You bite down, and you start to feel a bit of pain.
Yeah.
But you don't taste any blood in your mouth.
This has got Paylor written all over it.
No, I think we
bounce back on my haunches. Get ready to
diplomacy.
And you see,
diplomacy. I grip Kokanee's hand, and I'm just standing there, ready.
You see a figure walking towards you, slightly hunched, probably stands about 5'8", maybe. You can see.
Sir.
He appears to have a kind of a walking stick, and there is kind of a bundle of wheat on his shoulder. And you see as he gets closer, the sun is behind him, so he's backlit. It's hard to kind of see his face, but as he gets closer, the sun shifts around as it comes and illuminates the front of his face. You can see the sun almost dips kind of beside and down, but it is still light in the sky. As you see on his back, there looks to be almost like a large sun hat. It is a kind of golden, radiant light resting on his back. You can see the kind of twine sitting around his neck. He's wearing simple farmer's clothes. And you can see he's got deep brown skin lined with many, many wrinkles. He's bald. Comes over.
Hello.
Hello.
May
Who
I, go ahead.
Who are you?
Where are we?
You're in Elysium.
Elysium.
Are you Paylor?
I have gone by that name, yes.
I take a
Watches
knee.
He
I take
puts
a
down
knee.
the bundle of
don't.
wheat.
I know
Bad
you don't.
relationship
I do.
with Paylor.
I do. I have to take a knee at this point. I like.
He puts down the bundle of wheat. We have heard your plea. We have made a decision. We have decided to allow the Titans to return to the material plane. For better or for worse. The risk posed by our fallen sister is too great. Should the negative energy plane merge with the material plane, the loss of life would be catastrophic. My Nova is fast approaching, and it feels fortuitous.
Your
My
Nova.
last... sorry.
Your Nova.
Yes. My divine form cycles with the sun. I go into a kind of dispersed state. My Nova. And then I am reborn. My accretion. My last accretion was at the beginning of the Dawn War. So I was reborn in strife, and it seems fitting I should be dispersed in strife. That seems to be the way of this cycle.
I have an offer for the gods. Maybe as a way of
peace.
Thanks. But it's an offer for the gods and the Titans. The unity is of neither. And I still need to speak to them about this, but I have a feeling they'll be on my side in this. I am painfully aware of the disruption that bringing the Titans back into the material plane will cause. But it is my personal vow, and I hope the vow of all the followers of Unity and all the followers to come, that we will provide almost a police force. We are neutral. We are neither beholden to the deities nor to the Titans. We can provide a neutral ground to ensure that peace presides.
Yes. I only caution you all not to presume. The Titans, much like gods, are not good or evil. They merely are.
As I say this, I also pitch it to Unity. I'll send it up to Relauven. And I said, as I'm pitching, I'm like, I just thought of this. This is an idea.
You don't feel that connection with Relauven here.
How long will you be away?
I don't know. Every cycle is different. There is no set time.
Will this impact your followers?
I don't know.
We will, with your permission, take this information to the Sunspeaker. He is
Please.
a good friend of ours.
Please don't.
Right.
It will only undermine his faith.
I understand.
I am still there. merely farther away. It is a natural cycle for deities to rise in influence and fall out of favor. And I can already feel my star is waning. There will always be folks who smile upon me, but I do not need everyone to love me.
We thank you and the gods for their wisdom in this decision.
Yes. I hope we have not misplaced our faith in you.
No.
We hope not.
While in your presence, I wish to thank you from, I would say my heart, but that is not where my faith sits. My soul, my spirit, my being. That through actions that have come through your followers, perhaps from you, that we have taken steps to right a wrong between our two deities.
Of course.
Yourself and her grace.
Of course. We have mended what we can. And I wish to right a wrong, if I may.
Please?
He walks over to you, Finin. I know. I know what was done to you. By Cadmiel. And while I know that he perverted my name, it still does not absolve me of the wrong. And if you would like, I would like to make that wrong right again and restore your sight.
Would it affect any of my ways of seeing?
No.
It would be nice to look upon my friends not through a lens.
He kind of reaches up his hand to put on your face, and he kind of looks at you as if to kind of ask for permission once more.
Small nod.
He lays his very warm hand on your face, and he kind of moves his fingers up to your temple as he puts his other hand on your other temple. And you feel a warmth and a kind of blinding light as you kind of close your eyes instinctually, and as you open them once more, he kind of lifts your goggles up.
And the party of Blackwater for the first time would see in clarity these crescent moon eyes, and in the full light they would be, his irises would be fully black. In this bright light they would be just fully, no pupil, all black in the bright light. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Tim, I would like to sort of try and will or sort of picture Moradin's hammer and try and sort of will it into the sort of like dreamscape. Do I see it?
As you go to do that, you see Pelor kind of turns to look at you. Why do you need the hammer?
it feels wrong to have it. It feels like a suitable place for it to be left.
May I offer you an alternative?
Of course.
Return the hammer to his mother.
Okay, I will.
Is his mother Seer?
Yeah.
Is she still alive?
Magrin is her primary follower.
No, I know, but I thought she was like kind of like a Rathus. I thought because Magrin was
No.
like essentially dead.
Similar.
Yeah.
Essentially, Magrin is the one holding the faith.
Like the
it's
only thing-
spreading though with the
The
vacuum of that.
So
There are
similar
more-
to a Rathus, she's kind of
Yeah.
on the rise again.
Yeah. Good luck to all of you. And I hope the matron is able to find some peace. She was dealt a great wrong, but it does not excuse her actions. Now, I have fields to tend to. And you watch as he kind of lifts up his sun hat, and that kind of like blinding light sort of erupts out.
As he goes, I'm gonna go. It's pretty bright out there, and I'm gonna hand him my goggles.
He just laughs as you wind up back in your bed. As you all kind of come to, you still have your goggles, Finin.
Tim, I would like to sneak out of my room.
Okay.
As stealthily as I can. I won't take armor or any weapons. I'm going to go secret spy mission out the window.
Okay.
And I'm going to make my way to the castle.
Okay. To the Gatestone Keep.
Yeah. And I'm
Can
going
you
to try and... I'm going to... It's going to be like a combination of like, when I do see people pretending like I definitely am there for a good reason, people know who I am, so they don't question it too much. But when there's no one there, I'm kind of like slinking.
Okay, I want you to make
super secretive.
I want you to make 2 checks. I want you to make a stealth check and a performance check.
Okay, cool. Performance. I'll do first. It's not great. That's an 11. And a stealth. That's also not great. That is a 9. So I am neither convincing anyone or
Finin fully aware that Kale.
No. You're not. Well, you know I left.
Your dark room. But as you go through the, you're not very sneaky, and you like a number of guards kind of see you and are like, they know you well enough to be like, he's important and it's okay that he's here, but they're a little bit surprised you're here so early. So they're like, you do see some of them kind of side-eyeing you.
I do like to think with the bad performance check, he also like kind of stumbled, like he does the sneaky part, like past guards. He's doing it in the wrong order. It's like
I give him like the Top Gun like salute, and I'd like to sneak to where I know Jar's bedroom is.
Okay. Yeah, you come to the hall where Jar's room is.
Absolute gremlin.
You do kind of bump into the
catch a phase.
Yeah.
And knock on the door. Jar.
You hear on the other side a kind of like low growl.
I smile. Jar, it's Kale.
What? Wait. Why are you here so early?
I have a secret.
How do I know it's really you?
Last time we were at the feast, I kept sneaking you my dessert when your moms weren't looking.
And you hear the door kind of open just like a little bit. She kind of peeks out. You can see the saber-toothed tiger's nose is like right there. He's like trying to like get an eye out. She's like looking.
The tongue out.
Do you want to do something kind of fun?
What are you talking about?
Okay, let me in. I can't tell you out here. People can hear.
She kind of like opens the door, and the tiger is gonna make pounces on you with a natural 19. It's a 25.
Put my hands up underneath it. I'm gonna let it
She
just pin me.
tackles you to the ground, and she just starts licking you.
A big a tiger that size with the tongue, that would be so unpleasant.
Yeah, you do take you take a tiny bit of damage. You take 2 slashing damage.
Damn it. I just healed up. I do have to leave soon for work, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool if your tiger could talk?
You're a fucking monster.
Yeah, wouldn't it be really? Yeah, but you can't tell anyone.
But I can't stop it. What if it wants to talk to people?
Then you can just say you don't know how it happened.
Oh my god, you're a fucking criminal.
Oh.
It just happened. I had nothing to do with it.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my good lord.
Wish is such a cool spell. Yana should never be allowed to have it ever again.
No, it's
He's
perfect.
such a fucking chaos
22.
goblin with it. Oh my god.
He goes, okay.
And I'm gonna place my
like,
hand.
Come on. And she brings you into her room.
I'm gonna place my hand on the saber-toothed tiger's head.
I want you to make an animal handling check for me too, please.
Do the
I hope
malems get
I
in the
hope
way
I
of the
fail
spell
it.
casting?
-2. 10.
Okay. So as you do it, it's like trying to bite your hand as you're trying to put it on top of its head.
And I'm going to use wish to cast awaken.
Oh my
So fucking
god.
good. Holy shit.
Holy bananas.
How long have you had this in the fucking barrel, you monster?
I literally just when other people are RPing, I just scroll spells and go, what fucking chaos can I cause today now that I have my wish spell back?
Oh my god.
It takes 8 hours to cast away.
8 hours to cast.
No,
What?
because he uses wish.
No.
It's
Right, it's
wish
instantaneous.
circumvents
No.
everything.
Everything.
Which
It
circumvents
becomes
the
instant.
material
Oh my God.
cost.
Yeah.
It circumvents
time.
everything. He can just cast a spell that's below 8th level or lower as an action for free.
So you see as the tiger, like as it kind of like the magic kind of washes over her, you see her kind of like look. What? What the fuck?
I
And
know,
then-
right?
And then Jar giggles. And she's like, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh my
Hi.
God. Hi.
What's your name?
My name? I don't know.
That's crazy.
I've never, I don't know. I've never expressed it in this way. What about Griselda? Do we like that?
I love
No,
it.
you can't
I
name
love
another
it.
character from Cats. You're a fucking criminal.
I
was like-
personally, I love it.
You can't do
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Zelda for short.
Oh my God. Yes. I love that. Zelda. My name is Zelda. My name is Zelda.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. I don't know what you did to me, but it feels like I'm a lot more aware of everything. And
Well, I'm going
Who
to
I
tell you right
am.
now, you're very lucky because you know Jar.
of course I know Jar. I literally love Jar.
Oh,
Oh my god.
She is like, it's like she's my niece. and I just want to be around her all the time.
You have like the best life because your best friend is a princess.
She's a princess?
Yeah, and that makes you like, if you're her aunt, it makes you like a duchess or something.
Cool. Duchess
Zelda. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh my god. Also,
I do have to go to work, so Jar, you two have fun. Zelda, let's try and keep it on the down low just until, because we don't want people to know I did it.
Why?
I would rather have them see you for you and not see them because I did something. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they're going to be like, oh, Kale.
That's your name, Kale.
I'm Kale, yes.
So nice.
They're going to be like, oh, Kale did something. I just want them to meet Zelda. I don't want there to be sort of like a weird thing.
Make a persuasion check.
She is.
Oh my god.
She is technically charmed by me for the first 30 days.
Okay, so then it'll be an advantage.
Tim, at what point, if Kale is still gonna work, at what time would Callie come in to say goodbye to Jar?
He got up early.
This is 19.
So you probably got about an hour or so. And 19, she goes, Kale, your secret is safe.
All right, cool. New bestie, Jar. Always fun. Enjoy.
This is amazing. I can't wait to thank the chef here. The raw meat that he brings me every day is exquisite.
I think you're going to be a big hit here. I think you're going to be
I'm thrilled.
a person. You know what? I'm going to see once people know who you are, they know Duchess Zelda. I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to be like, Jar's personal guard will get you some armor.
Oh my God. I would kill anything for Jar.
Exactly.
I mean that if she wanted to eat
but listen. Jar is Jar. No offense. She is still, by human standards, quite young. So
I'm not a human, so
I know, but don't kill whoever Jar tells you to kill. I need you to sort of double check with other people first.
Okay, but if
Jar is a bit of a rap
threatening, I'm gonna kill them.
No, if I need them to be very threatening, not look threatening. Like I need you to assess the. Listen, this is not my. This is not my. This is not my problem. Judgment. This is not my problem.
It is your problem. You made this.
Also, just you know Calliope, you know Callie.
Of course, I love Callie.
Love Callie. Okay, cool. Me. Yes, and you love Kamea.
Of course.
Okay, those are the two main people I'm worried about.
Kamea before. She's gonna be excited that now I can speak with her. She doesn't have to do her little finger.
I think she's gonna be excited too. All right,
this is like an adult giving a kid a gun and being like, "Oh, that kid has a gun. Not my problem. Not my problem anymore."
No. I gave her a tiger. It's very different. It's an intelligent tiger.
Technically, I gave her a tiger.
It's true. This is not my fault. This is Callie's fault. I do have to go.
It has an intelligence of 10 now.
Has an intelligence of 10.
I hate that that's almost as much as Callie has.
That's smarter than Finin.
Yeah, Kale only has an intelligence
the heart
of 12.
Mars Mike.
Kale only has an intelligence of 12, so...
That's so funny.
Finin's got that giant dumb.
I do have to go, though.
Okay.
Zelda, it was a pleasure. Jar.
No.
I have an intelligence of 12.
Jar, it's always
so
fun.
Much, Uncle Kale.
Oh, you are so welcome.
Gives you a big hug.
Okay, I gotta go.
And then she immediately starts in with like, okay, we're gonna, and they start like, Jar immediately dives into a bunch of imaginative play with Zelda, who's like 100% on board.
Okay, and I'm out.
And Callie, you're woken up a little bit early because you can hear like giggling from Jar's room.
Okay, I'll make my way down the hall.
And you like listen in, and you can hear Jar giggling, but then you also hear like a woman's voice, unfamiliar, also giggling.
I don't think I would knock. I don't think I would knock. I think I would just walk in.
As you walk in, you see she's sitting with the saber-toothed tiger, and the saber-toothed tiger looks at you and goes, Callie, and jumps up on you.
Oh my god.
She like pounces on you. It's only It's only an 11 though, so you managed to stand.
No, it doesn't.
And she like starts trying to lick you. Callie, oh my gosh. It's so good to see you.
Conversation between licks is
Mwah,
real.
mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh,
Literally gonna open the door and just be like, Kamea?
Kamea kind of wanders down. Kamea! She's like, oh god. That's a natural 19.
I would try and like help my wife.
In her kind of like still groggy. The like tiger pounces on her. She's like, oh my god, what's going on? And you like you can see Zelda is like, oh, I'm so glad you're both here, and I have found my voice. And she kind of looks at both of you as like Kamea's standing up, and Jar is like holding on to her. It's incredible. I just woke up and I can speak. I can communicate. I understand your language.
Insight check that.
Oh, yeah, she'll make a deception check.
Can a tiger lie? That's my question. Did she
Not
roll
well.
a natural 20?
I rolled a natural 3.
Oh no.
23.
Yeah, she's like saying that she just woke up like this, but it's like clearly a tiger does not lie.
Also, thank you so much for the raid, Praetor's Rejects. Welcome on in, friends.
Welcome.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much.
just like it's weird. Like I just like woke up like this. Like I don't know. I just like woke up and now I can talk. And
Now you can talk. You just
No
woke
one-
up like this and
no one
you can
helped me.
just
It's
talk.
just like this is
That, you know
yeah.
what? That is so odd. So strange.
It's super weird because I don't know.
Super weird.
I don't think there's any
I'm
magic
gonna
that
cast
could do
Zone
that,
of
even
Truth.
She's like still talking while you're casting. She's like, I don't think
Yeah,
there's any magic
I would just be like, that is so
that I know of
strange.
that could actually
And
do that.
and-
Like, and I don't think I know any powerful enough people. Kale did it. Kale was the one who did it.
Hail did
Kale
it.
cast
Kale.
a spell on me, and now I can speak. I don't know if it's forever, but I can speak now. It was
When did-
Kale. Your
when
friend
did Kale do
You know
it?
the handsome guy
Yeah,
with the red
I
hair.
do know Kale. I know Kale very well.
Yeah,
When
he
did
did it
he
this
do
morning?
it?
Just maybe a half an hour ago.
This happened.
Mhm.
Very good.
He's probably still close by. I don't
yeah,
know.
probably.
I love because like Zone of Truth, you don't have to keep talking, and the fact that she's just barreling through is such lovely snitch energy. Where she's like, "Yeah, the fucking cat's out of the bag, literally." Like,
She goes,
I'm
also,
doubling
my name
down."
is Griselda, but I go by Zelda.
Zelda, nice to meet
Do
you.
we like it? Please tell me
We
you like
love
it.
it. No, we
Okay,
love
great.
it.
That's
We love
great.
it.
That's awesome. Great.
Kamea, how are you feeling?
Honestly, this is a lot to take in. Zelda, it's a pleasure to be able to speak with you in common. This is good. Maybe Zelda, we have been trying to figure out what to I don't know how else to put this, what to do with you. And Jar's like, keep her, obviously. And Kamea's like, yes, okay. But perhaps we should just ask you what you would like. And she kind of looks at you, Callie, for sort of like backup, like,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Oh, that sounds, yes. That's what
Uh,
we have been talking about, and I would watch between me. and Gwen. That is
Yes.
what we both think.
Honestly, I would love to stay. The food that you've been giving me is exquisite. And I love Jar. And I know you all do too.
We do.
And like, I think I could just stay and protect her.
Yeah, stay and protect
I mean,
her.
Kamea has like a bodyguard,
She
Neva.
does.
I can do
Yeah.
that. For Jar.
I'm gonna look through it again. What
Kamaea's
do
like,
you think about that?
I mean, what do you think? And she kind of like pulls you
Well-
aside, like, what do you think?
Well, I did. Talks now. Zelda
Yeah,
talks.
That's
Zelda.
nice.
It
seems,
is-
She
it
seems
is.
quite.
We wouldn't have
seems
to
like-
find a guard. I feel like a tiger.
It's good.
It's fitting.
Yeah, she
Good.
obviously can't lie, so it's
No,
not like she's
but
gonna try to
no.
fuck us over.
No, we could get
I mean,
her trained by the
um,
guard. Have her shadow CODIS. I don't know.
perhaps maybe we can get her some
Lessons?
armor or something.
Armor lessons, maybe.
I mean, she's probably got instincts, right? Sort of natural
Yeah, I'm
protect
a
him.
little bit concerned about those two, just like keeping them in a bit.
We just have to keep her fed.
Rein them in. Yeah, keep her fed.
I mean, she seems less wild. I
Could be
mean,
the
Just
first
a
student.
little bit. Yes, I feel like lessons in armor training.
she is
Yeah.
a lot, though. Sort of,
She
she
is.
kind of comes on strong.
She is a lot.
Yeah. But maybe that's good for Jar. You know.
Maybe.
It'll be fun.
I mean, Jar seems happy. Zelda seems happy.
She does. All right. Should we just go for it?
Yeah, I think we do. I think we set out our rules and our expectations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to do a lot of the rule making because.
Yeah. You want me to do it?
Could you maybe?
I could. Yeah. I can do it. You can just yeah.
This is such prime parenting. I can't even right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back in there and I'm gonna lay down the rules if Zelda's gonna be. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. I totally get it. I will.
I'll be holding you to the expectation of the Royal Guard.
Okay.
Same as I follow. So.
As she's sitting, you see her like with her one leg kind of comes up and it's like scratching back over here.
Yeah, and then I'll say goodbye to Jar because that's why I came in here.
Yeah. She's like, bye. She gives you a big hug. Thank you for my tiger.
You're so welcome.
I love Zelda.
I love Zelda too. And then I'm gonna turn to Command. I'm gonna give her like a hug and kiss. I'm gonna go find Kale.
And so as you like turn to go, you hear Zelda say to Jar, do you want to ride me? And Jar like leaps onto Zelda and they take off down the hall in the other direction. As Khmer goes, please no, not in the castle. And
It's perfect. I love it so much.
You head off to find Kale. Neppy, I know there was something you wanted to
Take
do
all the
something
time you need.
early.
I need to see how Callie. I need this. Go
All
for
right.
it. Please take your
So
time.
you find Kale, who is presumably returned to the keep.
Yeah.
Morning, Callie.
Morning. Are you just waking up?
The dream with Paolo. You guys left, but I helped him harvest a bunch of wheat after, so I stayed a little longer.
That's fair.
Just getting up now, yeah.
Actually, I was hoping to find you early before we found the rest of the group. Do you have the wish spell today? It's kind of an emergency.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. We have someone back at the castle that needs it. It's kind of like a
what do
life
they
or
need?
death situation.
Of course, let's go.
So we'll go and you.
Yeah,
can,
let me just grab my armor.
Yeah.
What exactly is the problem? Fill me in. What's the deets?
I'll fill you in as we go. So
Okay.
Kelly, I'll have you make a deception check at this point. Does Kale believe, or do you want to make an insight check?
I'll make an inside check.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like he's not the brightest lad. I mean, he has a wisdom of 6.
That's bonkers, is what I said while I was muted.
Didn't he originally have a
6.
wisdom of 5 in like the first campaign?
No. He has a wisdom of 8. But hammer make him dumb.
Okay.
Oh no.
Insight.
More
That's
reckless.
a 20.
I got a 27 on my deception.
Yeah, I have no idea that she's lying to me.
Yeah, it seems pretty serious.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
Wait. Okay. I'm just gonna grab Neppy real quick, and I'm gonna go up to Neppy's room. Just meet me outside. I'll be right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Is
go.
Neppy in the cave?
What time is it?
This is pretty early. It's like
Would define pretty early. Neppy gets up with the sunrise most
I'm
mornings.
well half an hour after Kale was
Yeah, it
sneaking
would have
into
been
my.
like 7:30.
Neppy would be back from morning prayers at that point.
Yeah, we can always
so-
say this interaction happens after what you were gonna do. In the
Yes.
I would love to find Neppy.
morning. Yeah, she's having some breakfast in the keep.
Excuse you, Neppy would probably be in her bedroom at this point
Doing
in the
more
morning.
prayers.
More prayers of a different kind. You can knock on the door if you like.
Yeah, I would knock on the door.
You hear some rustling, and then Neppy kind of leans out the door. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry.
No, it's totally fine.
I need your help fucking with Kale for a second. A moment.
What has he done? Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah. He's used what I can only presume to be the wish spell to make Jar's saber-toothed tiger talk. So instead of telling him that I know right away.
God is okay.
I've let him know that I need to use his highest level spell for the wish spell to in a dire situation up at the keep, and I just want to watch him sweat a little bit. So if you could just come along with me, and
I've been made aware,
of the situation and how urgent it is.
That sounds so wonderful.
Yes.
Can I have Finn poke his head out his room and be like, "Are we fucking with Kale? Can I get in on this?"
And I would run
back in the bedroom.
Yeah.
We're gonna go fuck with Kale. Come on.
Everyone get involved.
I'm gonna make haste. Gonna be quick and be like, Kale, you ready to go? And I'm gonna with everyone.
As you say that, as you say, I'm gonna make haste. Letters literally leans out and he's like, I can cast haste on you.
No, he cast haste on me because I'm gonna get ahead. I'm gonna get ahead of the group.
I've got an idea.
I've got an idea. And I cast Alter Self to have one less arm and have have illusion so the arm looks like it's bleeding and really bad. And then I'm gonna be like, meet me at the keep, and I'll just run out of the castle really fast.
I go as we come out. I look at Kale and Callie. I will go grab my priestesses right now. Kokanee will go grab some artificers. We'll meet you at the keep in a moment. We will make the most haste. And Neppy just boom out the door.
Yes.
I don't know what we're waiting for. I've been out here for 5 minutes. Let's go.
No, you're right. We're running behind. And then
you run over to the keep.
I will weave as many illusions as necessary to create the just goriest scene around Finin with the one arm lying on the floor. He's like, God, no, I don't know what happened.
So you can fix this, right, Kale? You have wish.
Yeah, what do we need wish for?
It is beyond my magic. It is beyond my capabilities.
I have no know what I can do to help this.
I see
to heal him?
I can't do this.
His arm?
There's something wrong. You have to figure it out, Kale.
Depends. You got to make a deception check at advantage because you've got all this help, and Finin as well. You can make a deception check.
I'll have the Alter Self have black veins start going up my face and through my neck.
I am not shitting you. I rolled an 18 and a 19 on my deception check. And that I'm not very good at lying. I will tell you that much. Neppy doesn't have to do it very often.
Okay, I want to. So Kale is not very wise.
21.
29 on my deception.
29.
Kale is not very wise.
Make another insight check.
No, but so this is my reason. This is my insight is wisdom based, right? Mm-hmm. Kale's not very wise, but he does know that he has the high priestess of Nepthisica with him. He's seen her bring people back from the dead, and they're all looking at him, the guy who never heals anybody. I feel like at some point he'd go.
You can have advantage on this. It is it is standing out as weird. You're
there are some things that only can be cured by a wish spell.
That is a 23, so I guess not enough.
I think so.
For insight, I rolled a 21.
I will cast invisibility and fade in and out, and I'll just keep casting. I'm
it's weird.
Drawn from this realm.
It's weird, but you're not because it's a group check, so it's it's striking you as odd, but you haven't quite.
Okay.
Yeah, it does seem weird. You're
I grab him by the lapels. Please help me.
I don't understand what you want me to do.
Wish for this to be done. Wish for it to be done.
To wish for what?
I don't know.
For me to be fine, better.
Just I wish no, but listen, I can't just wish for anything. That's not how it works.
Oh.
I have to use it to do something.
You can't wish for anything like my daughter's talking tiger upstairs.
Your daughter's tiger talks?
Oh, my daughter's tiger talks and also sings a pretty little song and does not lie very well.
God damn it, Zelda. Okay, first we have to fix
as the illusion starts fading.
Is not hurt.
No, I'm fine.
No.
Well,
I think this is a better bit than when I tried to switch your heads.
I am mortified that you guys would do. You know the emotional roller coaster I have just been on, seeing one of my friends die. You think that is an appropriate thing when we're dealing with all of this?
It's pretty funny.
To parade his dying body in front of me?
Neppy's not having any of it.
Neppy's not having inside check.
Any of it.
Performance.
I would like to make an insight.
I rolled a 3. It is a 7 total.
I would like to use seeming.
21.
You know those phone filters that make people look like they're crying. I'm gonna do it so it makes it look like he's laughing. I'm gonna seeming to make his face look like really happy.
He's laying it on pretty thick.
Talking dagger, that is something else.
It is something
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking cool.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
it is pretty good.
Bast,
for
the tiger
whoever
of
did
Neppy
it.
get talked, but he's also a celestial. So it's
I didn't personally do it, but
Right.
it is pretty cool.
No. So the tiger's saying Kale did it. Your friend Kale. You know Kale? Kale did it?
Zelda, listen.
You
His
do
name is
know.
Zelda.
Let me
Wonderful.
explain. Let me explain.
Yes.
Do you want a wild, dumb tiger living with your daughter, or a friendly, smart tiger living with your daughter? I mean, I'm pretty sure the second option is much better.
Kale, when we come back to Wolfrine, how do you feel about training the friendly, smart tiger?
I have to spend time with Zelda. That's a
Yes.
Finin thing.
No. I think
I happily
together,
volunteer. She can be the first student of the academy.
You can happily
Like-
volunteer, and Kale can help you.
No, Kale will be helping me.
Yes,
But
Kale will be helping.
first student of
yes,
the
yeah.
academy is my pitch.
Yeah.
And then later, if she graduates, she can become a teacher and teach the other dogs.
She is.
I think this all kind of works into the plan, Callie, that we
Jarsguard.
made.
She is
As
going to be
the-
Jarsguard.
As my goddess is the patron goddess of feline creatures as well, I would also like to make sure that she has some lessons in etiquette.
Also, thank you for the raid,
Please,
King Bahiga.
that
It's
would
My
be-
Fair Lady, but it's about
hello.
a saber-toothed.
Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, folks.
So,
Yeah, that's it.
generally happy about it, though.
Generally happy. Was
Okay,
a
cool.
surprise to
Cool,
wake
cool,
up
cool,
to
cool.
this morning. Did confuse me and my wife quite a bit. You sneak into my daughter's room again. I will have to.
That is a little strange, yeah.
I will have to take that into my own hands.
To be fair,
Mm.
it was daytime.
What a weird fucking justification! What are you on about?
I was gonna be like, to be fair, she did call him Uncle Kale, so
She did.
yeah, daytime works too.
Listen,
Point of order, Finin
I
would
knocked.
also be wearing his goggles just out of habit.
Not or is?
Is wearing his
Oh,
goggles.
is. Okay.
shall we go get Clack?
Neppy,
You guys are
Neppy.
done making jokes.
Do you
Before we
know,
do,
we
Neppy-
almost all died yesterday.
I didn't. I was pretty good actually.
That was
Speak
pretty
for-
good. I
speak
don't
for
think I took
yourself.
any damage.
Yes, I almost died.
I only took the damage that I blocked.
I was fine.
Sure. Well, I almost died yesterday, so when you almost die,
Finin said, lying.
yes, I know. You'd like to you live well, so we should probably talk about what happened last night. Finin. Yes, you were saying something.
Whoa, sorry. Yeah, you said you wanted to talk to me last night, and I didn't get around to it. I need to go to Caracal for a thing real quick. And so I was wondering if you'd want to walk and talk with me, but we also should talk about last night. So
Yes, well, why don't we have some breakfast and we'll talk about last night, and then I too can make a quick round to Caracal, and then we can go get Clegg. I won't
Sounds
interrupt
good.
anything with you and Trixie.
Wait till you see. Never mind.
I might,
Before-
I might just head over now, and I'll catch you after breakfast. Then
Of course.
Before we jump into that, is there anything you wanted to resolve before this interaction, Neppy?
It's okay. We don't have to role. We don't have to role play it. It was mostly going to be just some like more. I will say what I did for brevity's sake. We don't have to go through it. From when this would have been one of the first, like, because we've been popping in and out so much, there has been very little. Like, it's either been like, if I see Kokanee, it's like, okay, we like spend a very like concentrated amount of time together, and then I'm gone again. What we would do is there are dawn rituals with each of our respective religions. And it has probably been a very long time since I have been able to do those with my children. So Kokanee and I would take the children up to the sunroof on the top of the house, and we would perform dawn prayer rituals with our children.
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Yeah. So we'll jump back ahead as Finin, you head over to Temple Caracal.
Still wearing his goggles. I would find Trixie.
Yeah, you find she is she has also just finished her kind of morning prayers and kind of setting everything up. And as she sees you walk through the door, she kind of, her face lights up and she runs over and gives you a big hug and kiss.
I like grab her by the chin. I know I've said this before many times, and I'm going to take my goggles off, and I have tears in my eyes, but never while looking at you with my own eyes. You are so beautiful, and I'm going to give her a big kiss.
She kisses you back. She kind of like steps back. She's like, "What? Can you?"
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Not to brag or anything, but Paylor did this.
What?
So now I've met Nepthisaket, Paylor. Trying to think of the other literal gods that I've met. I'm just like, he just lists them off. He's like, it's been a wild ride.
Wow.
Come get breakfast. Trixie is taking time off to get breakfast with the high priestess. Bye.
Kind of look at the others, and they're like, yeah, it's fine.
I feel like Trixie's rank in the system has just become so like confusing.
Oh my god.
Bye everyone. Bye. Have a lovely morning. Your high priestess is gonna be by soon. So
she does come back to breakfast with all of you as you all have your breakfast.
Good morning,
enjoy
priestess.
the meal. Hi, hello, high priestess.
No. We've talked about this in the house.
That's unfair, Neppy. You call her priest. You set the bar.
Teasing.
Yeah,
you
I
heard
know,
that
but-
tone. You heard it. Good morning. Good morning.
morning.
Come eat
At
coffee.
In the keep, she's not your boss.
No, certainly not. Unless I clearly state that I am your boss.
Yeah, obviously there are times that have
It's
to.
very
we have to be.
confusing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
okay.
But no, there's times that it has to be an exception. But generally speaking,
And she kind of giggles, and you all enjoy your meal. And as the meal is kind of finishing, Neppy, you hear something in your head. High priestess. And that's where we're going to take our break.
oh, you bitch, you tit.
You can't just throw
is that
softly.
that
shit.
That's
Can't
softly.
do softly.
You can't
Zelda.
just
I
throw
know.
softly.
Priestess.
Oh, hey,
Zelda.
priestess.
Zelda gonna pop
Zelda
into the window.
fucking learnt
Priestess.
sending. I'm a real quick study.
Holy bananas.
She's the big bad for the next
Well, no,
big thing.
because technically Awaken allows things. It grants them the capacity to like learn classes.
That's fucking
Yeah.
bonkers.
Yeah, it grants you the capacity
Paladin
to
of
like,
Jar.
take a class.
Paladin of Jar. That's amazing.
Jar.
Lord.
And
So I know-
we'll be
I know-
the EG
I know
students.
who Len's campaign 2 character's gonna be now.
Zelda the Tiger.
Zelda.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We are currently number 1 in D&D
wow.
this evening. Thank you
So
so
No,
much.
just period. We are number
We're
one
just
in
number
D&D.
Tell your friends.
In our very first I was rewatching some stuff as I've been making some stuff for the 100 episodes. In our very first episode of Chatwater, Sean, with the like such conviction, proudly stated that we are the best D&D group that's ever been. And honestly, I'm just seeing no reasons to doubt that.
No evidence did not support that.
Thank you all so much for being with me tonight. We're going to take a very quick break. Grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself some snacks, whatever time zone you're in, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.
Come back soon.
Oh hey guys, it's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favourite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh my god.
I want someone to do like a little, those like little
Like a
animations?
compilation?
We are live.
No, it's like those like line animations. I know I'm not gonna say what I'm talking about, but I want to see, those like sometimes they'll do it on GIFs where it's like the like little stick animations, but it's on like an animate object.
Yeah.
Or like an inanimate object. That's what I want. And where it's like, yeah, this is fun, and then it's not fun anymore.
No, it's not fun anymore.
disappears.
I want to see a compilation videos of our reactions
To Cody's.
either before this, like as the stream starts, after the break, or after the intro. Just
So
like all of the
spicy.
like, oh my god.
We love spicy Cody. He is our favorite. Tim, take it away.
So you hear
Mm-hmm.
you hear in your head, High Priestess, softly, Matron. And she just repeats that.
I reply. I can come to you. Where are you? How can I help?
You hear back. Where, Matron? Softly help you.
I reply back to her. Manta Osvelen.
Manta. Matron. Manta.
Now?
She
Would you like me to come right now?
High Priestess. Matron Manta.
So bad.
When?
We hope to be ready for the ritual in 1 week's time.
You hear back. High Priestess. Matron Manta. 1 week's time.
I understand. I can meet you there. I will be there.
You don't hear any reply.
Neppy, everything okay?
No, it's not. All right. I just had my covenant sister who I haven't seen in months. Softly chose not to return to the matron. She chose not to follow the matron when she called all of the Kenku back. Wisha are the head of this small sect of priestesses from Filenis returned, taking all of the knowledge and scrolls, everything from our archives, everything with her. Softly is the only one who chose not to go, staying here in Caracal, and then when they left, after the matron was called, softly went into hiding. Because she was worried. I was worried that someone would come for her. Or because I am around, they would come for me and take her.
And I'm sorry to ask this, but I have to. We're certain of her allegiance.
Yes. Never, ever have I doubted. Softly, she came to my house. She has held my children. She has been through so much to inform us, keep us aware of everything that the matron has been doing as much as she can.
Okay.
I would relay the message to them about the matron in Manta in 1 week's time. Preparing as some sort of siege. My sense is that the matron will make an incursion in Manta in 1 week's time.
Why Manta?
Manta is her home city.
No, I know. It just seems the matron wants to destroy. I thought she would come somewhere where she could do that immediately. It's just surprising to me.
Perhaps it is not an act of destruction, but the start, a show of force, a cataclysm of some kind. The previous incursions have been in highly populated cities. She knows of their importance to us.
She also knows now that we have a means of stopping her in a city, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Manta also holds some significance now for Neppy. She's trying to draw me out, us out. She knows better than to incur villainies, though she could do it. I don't know what it means. I don't know why. All I know is what softly put in my head this morning. And I trust her with my life.
Okay.
Perhaps give me a moment. A moment. I am going to, because we're at the keep right now, right? Because we were just after breakfast. You just would have just heard Neppy speaking in Infernal, because that's what they would have been speaking in with Softly. I run upstairs. Sorry, one sec. I run upstairs to my prayer room off of my bedroom. And apologies, the cat is going nuts, but that seems fitting. I go into the room and I set up the ritual, light the incense, light the candles. I shut the door behind me. I cast my darkness, and I'm going to cast divination.
Okay.
And I've got to find my spell.
What would you like to divine?
I am panicking. Based on what Softly has informed me, I can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. So, based on what Softly has told me, I would reach out to Neppy. Sorry, I just have to sit down here properly. Your Grace, one of our own, one of our sisters, has taken it upon herself to carry the burden, carry the weight of not only our years of practice, but an forced allegiance to Matron of Vengeance. Many of our sisters now sit in service to her. I ask for your aid interpreting Softly's vision, what Softly sent me. She has told me of what will happen in Manta in 1 week, that the matron will be in Manta in 1 week. I ask for your help. What will we find if I meet Softly in Manta, or the matron in Manta on the given day that she has requested?
So as you sit in the ritual, you have a vision that appears before you. You see the world, globe, in front of you, spinning gently. And then you see a dark, black mirror image of the globe. And you watch as the two globes kind of gently drift towards each other, ever so slightly, and just touch and move away. And touch and overlap slightly more. And after what feels like about 7 minutes, as each time the overlap becomes more, you watch as the two overlap entirely. And where there was once the kind of blue ocean swirling clouds, you see just gray and black, entirely muted of color, as the two globes have lined up perfectly.
I understand, Your Grace. You could not be more clear. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for your wisdom, your guidance, everything in your name. My service doubled. Thank you. I touch my forehead to my mat and I book it back downstairs.
Okay.
Softly speaking, of the time where the planes are the thinnest, the divide between the planes are the thinnest, the matron will seek her biggest incursion in 7 days. Because that is when the border, the barrier between the planes, it will be the most permeable. She will have the most influence to come through and wreak havoc.
We'll be ready.
We will be ready. I don't know what that means for... I think we should still go ahead with the ziggurat in...
I agree.
In Sverland. Keep that safe. However, her incursion will be there, and if we are to banish her...
We have how many days?
6 now. 7 now.
7.
7 days. So, okay.
And construction has essentially begun. Word was sent.
I have a kind of a crazy idea.
More for crazy?
We could, what I did yesterday, where I made the copy of myself. I can do that once a day to anyone. I could make one of each of us to go meet her in Manta while we complete the ziggurat as a distraction. Now, they're not as hardy or durable as we are, and they can't take any of our things with us. But I might be able to make enough that she believes that we're there to stand in her way.
From my understanding, is that the two events do not need to occur simultaneously. Her banishment is one action. I will have to do that. Me, this Nependa.
Yeah,
but the ziggurat, the shoring of the prime material planes. That can happen afterwards.
She needs to be banished first.
Yes, the banishment must happen first.
The Dawn Prism just seals the realms. If she's on this side of the door, we'll lock her in here with us.
You're right.
We need to be at Manta.
We need to be in Manta. Kokini can go.
I would look to him, considering we are after breakfast.
Letters. If
He's already packing up his things to go.
Go ahead, Finin.
If you have time, there's something it's worth a try. I want to try in Ceva Aelyria, if you can take me there. Or Kale, if you're willing. Either way. Anyone who...
Yeah, I can take you.
If you're taking the children, I will take them to Philenis. Take them far away from Manta.
Gonna take them to Caradoc.
Good. Okay. The other side of the continent, that's helpful.
But if you'd like, we can take them to Philenis. Whatever you think is best.
Would you mind?
Not at all.
This is kind of a favor, but also I'm asking for a favor, but also asking someone else for a favor. Trixie, would you be willing to go and look after them? And I look at Neppy kind of questioningly, if that's okay with Neppy, but essentially Finin's being someone who we all trust, because Koki needs to do X over here, we need to do X over there. Someone that we can both trust, but also in Finn's mind, keeping Trixie away from Wolverine. Where
I'm gonna roll myself an insight check to see if I pick up on that.
Right.
Because in my brain, there is no safer place for my children than Philenis in the hands of the woman who's essentially my sister. But I want to pick up if I'm picking up that you want Trixie out.
Yeah. Right.
Is it okay if I roll the insight check for that?
Absolutely.
Because I want to, and you can decide the DC. Because I want to make sure that I'm picking up on that. That's going to be a 24.
Yeah, I think Finin and Neppy know each other well enough for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is Finin being this is a way to get Trixie out of the city, and if we think Philenis is a safe place, that's where he's trying to. But also extra pair of hands.
Yes, of course. I would look from Finin to Callie to Kokani, and my eyes would settle on Trixie. This is me asking you not as your high priestess. This is me asking you as a parent who is terrified that I'm never going to see my children again.
I'll get them to Philenis. Maybe we can get Nissa to help.
I can take you there. I can take you right over.
Okay.
I will pop you up and down. I have to go get Clack anyway. I can go up to Sigil, down to Philenis, and I can word a recall back. I can get you all there.
All right.
See?
Pardon? Say that again?
I'm going to go to Trixie. I'm going to take her hand. I'm probably not going to see you for the rest of the week. And the pragmatist in me warns to not leave anything unsaid in case of what we're doing, I love you. Stay safe.
I love you. She pulls you close, holds you very tight. Call me. 6 days. You call me.
We will. There are candles of all of us at Philenis also in my chambers.
And then she leans into you, and she goes, I'll call you. I know you can't call me. So
Yeah, thanks. I didn't want to
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't.
You get it though.
I can make really big swords and go invisible and stuff, but communication is not my strongest. Well, in person. I can give her a kiss.
I'd probably go grab Char.
Yeah.
Go to grab Char. I'd run it by Kamea.
You find Kamea. They're also having their breakfast.
I'd sit down with them. I'd briefly, I guess, explain the situation that's happening, but also in the way of explaining it in front of Char. I was thinking Jar could go with Trixie and to Philenis for a little bit.
I don't think I want to have Jar too far from me.
That's fair too.
And Neva. And Nissa. It's not that I don't think Philenis is a safe place, but it's very far.
No, that it does make sense. It's that's That's just why it feels. That's just why it's my instinct, is because it's far.
I know that Nissa might have a way to keep her sequestered away somewhere safe. Okay. And I assume you kind of brought her up to speed on the 7-day kind of thing.
Yeah.
I may have Nissa and Jar and Zelda stay at Blackwater Keep with Kotis.
Yeah.
It's well fortified, and the ghost guards might be helpful.
The ghost, yeah. There's the mimic.
Right.
And as we all know, Kotis is a level 30. As every class. He's a Gestalt, you know.
He's living his best retirement life.
Can cast any spell at will as a bonus action.
The idea of a level 20 adventurer being like, I'm just gonna be a security guard now. It's like, I need to work because I can't not work.
Yeah.
But
it's I feel like it's the equivalent of like an special forces pro MMA fighter being like, I just want to be a bouncer for a little bit. Like, I'm just gonna guard a door for a bit.
Jeez.
That's a good idea.
I will need to be here.
Yes.
With the generals, but never will be with me. We will begin to prepare the city. We may have to get the folks. I don't know what I would like to do with everyone in the city to keep them safe. But that's. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I was just agreeing.
That's up to me and the council. But I'm sure we can come up with something.
You always do.
Am I allowed to send the word out to our allied cities?
Yes.
Good. I'll speak to the governor and Bombwitch and send word to Farway Tavar.
It's never easier.
No.
I wish nothing more than to be able to know that you're all somewhere away.
Yes. Perhaps we can get word to Ceva Aelyria. Perhaps they can help us with amplifiers. Something of that nature.
Is this conversation happening in the room with us, or it's out?
No, I think it's just
at mine. Yeah.
And Callie and Kamea. But yes, if you need anything from me, I'll be here. And if any of you have any ideas, please send them my way.
Of course.
I love you.
I love you. I would give them both a hug and a kiss. I'll go back.
And Zelda kind of whispers in your ear, I've got this.
Okay. I trust you.
Do you, I assume, Kokanee,
I have a brain thing. So while Callie is off talking to Kamea, I am sending to I'm essentially doing like a phone tree down the emissary of the dawn, the council. To get everybody there notified.
You just literally head over. They're still at the temple. Like,
they're still at the temple. I
walk back yet.
I
it
walk
was only
over.
Yesterday.
As Neppy leaves, I'm going to be like, rain check on the thing. Rain check on the thing. Yeah.
Finin, you did it already.
What?
You told her.
That was what you were going to talk to me about.
Yes.
Hey, I got there on my own.
You did. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And then Neppy just goes back into like work mode. So Kokanee and I would essentially pack up all of their things. My parents are still, where are my parents?
Your parents are in the city.
They're in the city.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They were out, but they've been staying actually at Kamea's house.
Wonderful.
When you're in, because since Kokanee had to stay in town.
Yes.
And didn't want to kind of commute, so they were kids were staying with him at the keep, and then your parents were put up at Kamea's house.
Of course. For brevity's sake, would loop over to my parents' house, get my parents. We would go to the emissary of the dawn, inform them of everything, and to make ready their cities, to make ready everything, to call everyone who is trustworthy, only who is trustworthy, to ready their bastions of defense within their city. And I would send 2 messages that I will role play out. Okay. The first of which I send to Clack. I will roll a D100.
Okay.
Because he's not on the same plane, I'm assuming.
No.
He's in Sigil, so.
He's in Sigil.
Weirdly, he's in the 9 hells.
He's in the 9 hells.
He just
He's
took a holiday.
gone.
Funny.
That's an 85, so that's good.
He's lost in the void.
He's lost in the sauce.
He's in the ooze plane. He's in the plane of ooze.
Not
Just
again.
like
choice.
with
He chose
glow
to go
sticks,
there.
just like yes.
Hello, friend.
I was beginning to think, oh, sorry,
Nah.
you're still talking.
Mm-hmm. Hello, friend. It's time. You're needed. Sorry to intrude on what I assume has been a lovely vacation. Where are you? Somewhere accessible and not public would be preferable.
Can I just say you've gotten so good at not counting syllables? I still can't do that and not count all the syllables of the words. You've become a sending master.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
this is over 4 years playing a
4
character
years of
who's always
sending.
I
You're
was
back.
the only sending person in the party for so long.
I thought you forgot about me. Just kidding. Having a great time. But yeah, can meet. Maybe Ubi's cart?
No, Tim, I wasn't gonna go to Sigil, but now I have to.
Kale never met Ubi, but Kale
Don't
is gonna
force
have
my
something
hand
with
like
Ubi.
this.
He knows that where he is, you've never been to, so you can't teleport.
I can't force my hand like
I
that,
can't
Tim.
go to Sigil. I'm wanted in Sigil.
Well, before sending back to Clack. So my plan is to and we're back at Blackwater Keep at this point. I've got my parents, Kokanee, I've got the children. We're going to go up very quickly. I'm going to grab Clack. He's allowed to say goodbye, of course. And then we are going down to Finin, and then I am transporting myself back to here.
I was thinking in an effort to, use our time as efficiently as possible. If Kale is willing, I was going to go to Ceva Aelyria while you did that.
Of course. This will take me, my hope is under an hour.
Where are you meeting Clack?
Clack?
Yeah.
He suggested Ubi's cart, but I was hoping to meet him in the front office of
Ubi
the Teds.
the worm person thing?
I would more describe her as a long goblin, but yes.
Long goblin.
Yes.
The one who gave you guys all the stuff.
I cannot stress to you that we cannot stay. We cannot stay. We cannot.
Oh, but
My
maybe just
parents
quickly buy
and
something.
my children will be with me. Most of us are wanted of some description.
Which one of us are specifically wanted again?
Kale, if you
Kelly-
want to go up, I can have letters take me.
No,
I'm sure
I'll take
letters
you.
is that-
I'll
is
take
that-
you. You know what? I'll take you.
Listen,
Don't worry. I
I-
said I would.
Neppy had me at Long Goblin. I want to go so bad. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And I'm so sorry to do
Tell
this
you
to you,
what.
Kale, but
Tell you what, when the world's not ending,
let's go see Ubi.
I will take you.
Like a group trip to see Ubi.
Yes, I will take you to see Ubi
I want to meet this person. They
when
sound
the world is
amazing.
not ending.
What if they have things that we could? Anyways, doesn't matter. I'll take you.
Perfect. All right. And then I'm going to send back to Clack. How about beside Orica's house? Much more private. Also closer to Lady Fauna's, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, great idea. Be there soon.
And then because he's only used that many words, you hear,
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I gotta go. Is this thing they need me? Look, I don't want to go.
and then it cuts off.
I just like cut into him turning over with pillow talk, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And then I move back over, and then I'm gonna send to Aftish.
Okay.
Hi, Tish. If possible, I'd like to bring the children, my children, to Filenis for the next week. I can't imagine anywhere safer. Leaving soon. Leaving soon would be like implying a question at the end.
It would be my honor. I'll see you soon, Penny.
All right. I look at my parents. I look at the rest of Blackwater.
Before you go, you feel kind of a large hand on your shoulder. Sorry. Before you go, and you turn around, you see the Itune, the priestess of Bahamut.
Mm-hmm.
I've sent word back to the front lines that my blade is here with all of you.
Good.
Where would you like me to go?
I could use a paladin or a priest for what I'm attempting. It may be dangerous to me. If there's not a better place that you can think of, Neppy.
I was more thinking about when the actual battle takes place, and I can imagine no better place for you than with us in Manta.
With us in Manta, I agree.
If you would grace us with your presence.
If you're looking for something to do today, I have an idea.
Thinking that, or either the ziggurat or with you.
Oh gosh.
I mean, folks there.
They'll need people at the ziggurat.
They will need builders. The ziggurat, that
The
is the
ziggurat
more
is the better place.
we can hold our own. Kokanee will. We will be back in the city in under an hour. Kokanee will, can escort you to Svelen.
We'll need our heavy hitters at the ziggurat.
Yes.
Other than us, of course.
He's.
Very well.
I put my hand on Kokanee's shoulder. He's good up close and from a distance, so he'll be good backup for you.
But would you mind aiding me in an endeavor?
Absolutely. She kind of hoists up her sword, sheaths it.
Right. Okay. Everyone, I will meet you back here within an hour with Clack. So, see you soon.
And I am going to plane shift us
Ding, ding,
up
ding, ding.
to...
Yep, you zimzalabim all over.
I do a ping, 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 ping. There's a very, very, very tearful, like, reunion and quick goodbye at Filenis. I brief Aftish on everything, and to fortify Filenis, because if she's coming for the Raven Queen, the Matron of Vengeance is going to come for our priestesses, we will hold very strong.
Yeah, they begin to hallow immediately. They start performing the hallow ritual on the ground.
I would also advise.
It is a hallowed place, but
yes, I would also advise if anyone here is powerful enough to cast forbiddance. It will. You should be, Tish. if I
It's
remember.
me, yeah.
Yes. Forbidden's here, of course, as you know, just so that nobody can shift in. And these are my parents. This is Lida and Ceva Aelyria. That's my last name, apparently.
It's both their hands. I can see the resemblance. Come, we have much to catch up on.
I would look to my parents.
I know that there is much that you wished that you could have given me as a young person, as a child. But I had a sibling. I had hundreds. Welcome to my home. May you feel such wonder and care. I would encourage you to engage in prayer. Here it is. And if
I would look to Tish.
I don't know if we've ever, at least in my tenure, had the parents of someone who left a daughter here. I would ask that they be granted permission to swim.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Your mom kind of reaches over her. We're so proud of you. She pulls you in close. Your dad kind of folds his arms around you both.
As I'm like in between the two of them.
It was all for you. I only ever wanted to make you proud. Wherever you were.
Many times over. Please come back.
You could. Entire planes could not keep me away.
Just give you the tightest hug.
I turn to Kokanee because in our plan he would be probably going somewhere else, I'm assuming, rather than word of recalling with me back.
Yeah, he's heading to Svelin essentially because preparations have already been made for material to be delivered. Like that's already happening.
Yes.
So he's going right there to start overseeing construction with Serpenthus.
I would steal him away for a moment and walk up on the roof right to the spot where we got married.
When all this is done, the matron, Kura, we're going to come back here. We're going to affirm our vows again right here.
I'd like that.
And then we'll do it again in Carrot, just for fun.
We can get married anywhere, multiple times, over and over again. If you want
as much as we want.
I would like that very much.
Just keep getting married.
Yes. And more children, please. I'd like
that too.
Good. Maybe no more twins though. But I love you.
I kiss him.
Oh yeah, he kisses you right back.
So steamy. It's
So
a steamy
steamy.
kiss. It's a steamy kiss.
Ooh, out here in the desert.
In the desert, it's a hot one.
Ooh-wee.
And then so that I don't have to say goodbye to anyone over again, because it will break me in this moment, I word of recall right from the roof. And I head back to Blackwater Keep and I walk, or I head back to Karenin. And then I walk. I just take a nice leisurely walk by myself to clear my head and center myself before the journey ahead. And I think on this walk, Neppy's had moments of culmination before, moments of when she's felt like things were kind of coming to a precipice of, there was the moment with Velsum There was the moment with Zakis in the fight where she thought that was her prophecy, the moment with Velsum, and so many other of these like big peaks into almost feeling like she has to shed and let the person who lives the life that she does with her family, let it go. Because that's not the person who walks into battle. Because that can't be the person who walks into battle. And it is almost as if she walks taller, walks straighter. There is more drive and purpose to her walk, fueled for a different reason now.
Mm-hmm.
Very much than when she left Philenis the first time. But yeah, a much different...
Stand resolute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As I return about an hour and a half later to Blackwater Keep.
Finin, is there anything else, Kale or Callie, you'd like to do? You're good to go. All right, Finin.
I would just spend time with Commander. Don't have to.
Totally. What was the priest's name again?
Itune.
Kale, Itune. We good to go to Ceva Aelyria. Have you ever been to Ceva Aelyria, Itune? It's lovely. It's lovely this time of year. It's lovely all times of the year because it's on the ground.
No, I haven't.
I put my hands in Cal's hands and I look.
She grabs hands. And you pop over to Ceva Aelyria.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the crystal room, like that
Crystal Hollow.
That crystal hollow. That's where like Unity was born.
Yeah.
That's where like you can touch and talk to the ancestors with a big central pillar. But that's also where the Hallow spell was cast. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Sick. That's where I'm going. I'm gonna look for the old dude whose name I also forget because I'm terrible. Like the like head like priest guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I find him or find anyone that could like find him, because I would know most people up here.
Amachias.
I'd be like, could you help me with something?
What do you need, Finin?
Honestly, at this point, I don't. Do you have a piece of cut sericite, a large piece of cut sericite that I could use to amplify something?
Sure, we have some. Yes. Why?
I want to attempt something. One of the biggest threats to our world is looming in the next 7 days, and any extra edge we can find. And I have a thought, and I don't know if it'll do anything. And I was going to do it during the attack, but things worked out the way they worked out. So, could you meet us at the Crystal Hollow?
Of course, yes. I will speak to some others, see if we can find a piece of.
If you could bring other people that can cast spells, it would be greatly appreciated as well.
All right. Okay. He kind of heads off, and you see he heads over to come to some of the adjoining buildings outside the Crystal Hollow. And a little while later, he meets you in the Crystal Hollow with a few other kind of more senior members of the community, and a fairly large size of cut sericite.
I'm going to summon my weapons. I'm going to hand the spear to Kale, and I'm going to hand the sword to Itune. You can cast magic through a sword, correct?
Yeah.
This sword represents unity. It's got a piece of Bahamut and a piece of Tiamat in it. It's represents the middle ground. It would do me a great honor if you could wield it during this. Right. I'm going to stand by where they're holding the crystal. If you could all put as much energy as you're able to spare into this crystal when Kale does the thing I'm going to ask him, would you be able to do that?
But are we sure we want to do it in the Crystal Hollow? There is a risk of overcharging the crystal. You know this, yes?
At this point, I think it's a risk that we have to take. The risk is on me, I hope.
Can we do it outside of the hollow, or does it?
I think the hollow is going to be a part of it. If you're worried about any damage to you, maybe don't cast too much magic in then. If that's an effect. I'm going to place my hand on the central crystal. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to be like, we need all of you to to avert something disastrous. So if there were a time where you could lend us your strength, please, now is that moment. And I'm going to turn to face Kale, and I'm going to put my hand across my chest. Kale, when I say so, can you stab me with the spearhead into my chest, and I tune through the sword? Can you keep me alive while he does that?
Yes. All right.
Is everyone ready?
Is this another one of those jokes that you played on me this morning?
No. Is everyone ready?
All right. Sure. What was the goal here? What are we looking to do?
Kale, now.
Amachias is like a little bit worried.
Now.
All right. Kale stabs him.
As it goes into my chest, I catch the blood that comes out, and I put my hand on the piece of cut crystal that they brought, and I cast Investiture of Crystal.
Okay.
As the spear enters my body, because I have to cast it through the spear,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Investiture of Crystal, which basically brings crystal into me. And the attempt here is like any extra edge that I can bring to Blackwater, like if I can like hold onto something and like give it to the rest of them, or like infuse anything. Basically, I'm trying to be like, can Ceva Aelyria aid Blackwater in any way, like using me as a conduit so that I can like bring this excess energy or something to Blackwater, is the thought.
I would like you to make an Arcana check at advantage.
Okay. Natural 20.
Hey,
With
we
a
love
-1,
it.
unfortunately. So 19.
Nicely done.
But natural 20, yeah.
So you feel as you cast that investiture, you feel the Saracite kind of pulse as the crystals enter your body and move through you. And you do feel something happening internally as you feel your form begin to shift. And your very being is being remade on the smallest of levels. As you have activated a process and you hear Relauvin's voice. Finin, do you wish to be faith forged?
Oh shit.
And that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Oh
No
shit.
shit.
Oh shit.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh shit.
Adam came in and was like, Tim, what if I throw this at you? And Tim was like, I see you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
erase
yeah.
you.
I was
Tim
like,
was like,
Tim,
bet.
Tim, I'm happy to go last just in case there needs to be like thought process behind this. Well done, Tim.
Tim was like,
Well,
bet.
that's what I was like trying to get Emma Kais to figure out what was going on, because I was like, I'm trying to figure out where is this going?
Because
I was like,
it
oh,
occurred to me. It occurred to me during the fight where I was like, Crystal Hollow. If I cast Investiture of Crystal in here, like shit could go down. And I was like, I want to see what happens with that. Like I was like, let's double down on that real hard. Holy shit. Okay, fuck.
You're gonna, I guess I will say this is the second character that you've had people stab you with an element of a god.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, this is my second character who had a piece of
because
crystal put in their chest.
we put a piece of aerolite in Torin's chest, and then now
so that he
Kale
could become a bounty
Dear
blood
God.
hunter, yeah. Well, I
Just-
needed to be touching the spear, but I also wanted the blood, so I was like,
Just-
spear
just
go in,
Something
blood
he can
come
stew
out.
on.
forging here, and it's I did say on my last world building stream that I was going to redo the Faith Forged, so this is the fire under my butt to redo the Faith Forged.
Amazing! Wow.
Wow.
Cool.
That's very, very cool.
I will
Tim.
have some questions,
Very
Tim,
cool.
yeah, we'll talk offline.
because
Yeah,
I have
we'll-
a thought about how that might impact other things.
I love it.
But that's fucking cool.
Oh my God. Thank you to all 50 of you hanging out here tonight,
Amazing.
making us number
You
one
all
D&D
are
for like the
amazing.
last hour or so. We're so grateful to be able to do this with y'all week after week. And please, if you are new with us here tonight, thank you so much for the follows, the folks who rated in. So kind of you to be with us tonight. We are going to go raid our dear friend Jen from Jen is Online is having a 24-hour birthday stream. And we love Jen very, very much. So we're going to go hang out over there with Jen. So you can come over there for the raid and our raid message. One of our wonderful mods will put up our raid message for y'all.
Something about happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Be safe on your birthday. Happy birthday and be safe.
On that
something like that. But we will be back on Wednesday for the premiere of the Rage Saga with Adam
Raging
and the DMC.
Bulls, Hell Ragers.
Hell Ragers, featuring myself and Cody and Eric. Just 3 sweet minotaurs. Just trying to get the job done. And we will be back next Saturday for episode 100, where we are all bringing 100 of something to the stream to celebrate. We're all going to dress fancy, and we are all bringing 100 of something.
I'm going to count my dice because I might have 100 dice, and I might just be able to get away with that.
Yeah, that means you have to roll every one of them during stream.
Jesus.
At least once. At least once. Okay, so we love you all very much. And when the world is on the precipice of ending, you spend 7 days preparing and just loving on your friends. And be safe. Beautiful night, everyone. Bye.
See you Wednesday.